आणि देन भैयाला पाठवा म्हणा.
सर आपण वेट करू एक 5 मिनिटं
ठीक आहे,
आणि लगेच सुरू करूयात.
चालेल चालेल. माझा आवाज ऐकू येतो?
हो सर, क्लिअर. आणि शक्य असेल तर एकदा आपली पीपीटी वगैरे रन करून बघायची असेल तर बघू शकतो.
पीपीटी नाही केलं.
नाही ना, ठीक आहे. जस्ट इंटरॅक्टिव्ह सेशन बेटर राहील.
हा, नाही पीपीटीचं काय आहे, थोडंसं ते हे होत नाही, व्यवस्थित दिसत नाही ते, म्हणून मी म्हटलं आता पीपीटी दिसते का आपण केलं तर
हो
व्यवस्थित?
हो, बिलकुल काहीच अडचण नाही.
गेल्या वेळेला जरा हे झाला म्हणून मी काय हे केलं नाही. किती लोक जॉईन झाले आता?
तर आपल्याकडे 40 लोक जॉईन आहेत सध्या. 5 मिनिटात सर्व जॉईन होतील आपल्याला.
ठीक आहे,
41.
ठीक आहे.
शिंदे सर, बनकर सर, बोरपी सर,
हाँ सर.
shall we start the session?
यस, चालू करून द्या सर. येतात.
Okay. Lange sir, are you join? Lange sir, unmute yourself. Lange sir. येस, मी अलाउ केलेलं आहे त्यांना. त्यांच्याकडनं अनम्यूट आहेत, सॉरी म्यूट आहेत.
Can I start?
सर जस्ट मिनिट.
हाँ.
बनकर सर, तुमचा मोबाईल द्या लांडगे सरांना. इफ दे हॅव एनी प्रॉब्लेम.
हो, 1 मिनिट. हाँ, दिला सर.
ओके. Good afternoon to all the dignitaries, participants, and esteemed guests present here for the third session of the day. I, Ashok Wagh, on the behalf of Sri Saraswati College of Social Work, Washim, and organizing team, warmly welcome all of you. Dear participants, as you know that in the first session, Dr. Jagdish Jadhav sir, and in the second session of the day, Dr. Dhananjay Talwankar sir enlighten us regarding the how to write the research proposal and validation of the writing respectively. And now we have with us an esteemed academician, visionary leader, and dedicated researcher, Dr. Shivputra Kumbar sir, who will be guiding us through research, meaning, and selection of the topic. Thank you, sir. Thank you being with us. As a protocol, I would like to invite Professor Lange sir to introduce our distinguished resource person. Lange sir, please. Sorry, I think there is a network issue. Now it's my pleasure and honor to introduce our distinguished resource person, Dr. Kumbar sir, a highly accomplished academician and a mentor with over 36 years of invaluable experience in the field of sociology and social work. Dr. Kumbar sir has held several prestigious positions, including serving as the Dean and Associate Professor at Bharati Vidyapeeth, Deemed University, Social Science Center, Pune. He has also served as the Principal, Deputy Director, and Research Guide across multiple esteemed institutions. And I'd like to say that he holds an MA in Sociology, MSW in Resource Management, and a PhD in Sociology from Pune University. His profound academic foundation has the groundwork for his exceptional career as an educator, researcher, and guide. Also, I would like to say that he has successfully guided 9 PhD scholar and 2 MPhil students, with 4 PhD scholars currently pursuing research under the supervision of Sir. He has authored 4 books and published 45 research papers into prestigious national and international journals. Also presented 40 papers at various national and international seminars and conferences. Also, Sir has completed several impactful research projects, including rural development initiatives funded by CAPAT and studies on reproductive health of among Muslim women in Solapur. Uh, Sir has been a vital contributor to academic bodies, having served as Dean, Faculty of Arts, Social Science and Commerce, Bharati Vidyapeeth, Pune, member of Board of Studies in Social Work for prominent universities including Shivaji University and Pune University. Also work as examiner cum referee for PhD valuations across leading universities in India. Uh, His expertise has been acknowledged through numerous invitations as a subject expert in faculty selection committee, resource person role in NAC preparations, and UGC sponsor refresher courses. He has appreciation and citations for his outstanding contribution to literacy program, social justice initiatives, and youth welfare. He has legacy. I think as a visionary leader, sir initiated NAC accreditation processes, published, established NSS units, and ensured his institution's recognition under the UGC Act, securing a B grade accreditation for PGN College of Social Work, Amarner. Sir's dedication to academic excellence, impactful research, and social upliftment has made him a towering figure in the field of sociology as well as social work. We are truly privileged to have such an eminent scholar with us today to share his insight and expertise. Uh, I request all the participants, please join me to welcome Dr. Kumbar sir. Sir, thank you again for being with us, and I request you, please enlighten us through the topic. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Over
नमस्कार.
to you.
Yeah. Good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, at the outset, I am very much thankful to the management of Saraswati College of Social Work, Washing. I highly appreciate the efforts of the Saraswati College of Social Work, Wasim, for organizing a very important workshop in the research methodology. This is very important session, I think so, because always we believe in the good beginning or a proper beginning. Most of the PhD scholars, MSW students, or students in MA Sociology always in a little bit what you call confusion stage when they go for selecting a topic for research. And most of the students will come to the guide and they will ask, sir, which topic I have supposed to select. Guide will say, you first decide and then you come to me and we finally will decide. And that is why most of the time that creates a sort of hurdle in the research process. But generally, I think in the span of 2 days, I think you had undergone 6 sessions by the eminent scholars, and you know that what is the research, particularly in the social work. Research is a investigation of new knowledge, new ideas, and particularly when you come to the social work in the present era, research plays very important role in the social development. From the last 2 decades, and particularly after commencing the CSR activities in the industrial sector, in the corporate sector, research has got a very top priority so far as the social development activities are concerned. In the present era, the research is going to be used, applicable, applied in every field, in the field of social policy, in the field of social development, in the field of NGO sector, in the field of corporate sector. See, everywhere the research activities are going to be well established. The research already in the corporate sector, they are having very advanced, I can say, research. But in social sciences, still it requires some more inputs for the creating the quality oriented research. As I have told you, in the research we are going to be go for the investigation for the innovations of ideas, because finally in the social work or in the social sciences we have to concentrate on the social well-being. We have to concentrate on social, what you call, development. We have to concentrate on well-being of the people, well-being of the masses. And that is why continuously we are supposed to go for the investigation. We are supposed to go for the new ideas, which is going to be help us, empower us to organizing, to implementing a very people oriented, community oriented, group oriented programs for the purpose of social well-being and social development. In this perspective, research plays a very important role in the society, and particularly in the social sciences and social work. Research helps us to evaluate our own skills, our own efforts, our own participation, our own contribution. Until unless we go for the research, we go for the evaluation, we go for the assessment, we don't realize what we have done. So that is why it is very important that we have continuously, we are supposed to go for the investigation, we have to search the new things, we have to examine our own contribution, examine our own, what you call, our own efforts. So that is called as a research. And I'm very happy there are many colleagues who are also in the participants, and you know that you all are what you call social work students and social sciences students. You know what is the meaning of research. But one thing I want to advise you: always refer the good books, the good literature, the quality oriented literature. And this is a very fortunate generation. You are having the very well strengthened, well established, well advanced IT support, which we are not having in our college days. We are totally depend upon the, what you call, the library and books. You are having very e-library, electronic media facilities. You are very fortunate. You will get what you call a lakhs of pages available literature on the internet. So that is why you are very fortunate enough. But the today's topic for our session is selection of research topic. Most of the students, as in the beginning I have told you, they have ambiguity. Ambiguity म्हणजे थोडासा मनामध्ये कन्फ्युजन, मनामध्ये गोंधळ, काही अस्पष्टता असणं. So exactly what we are supposed to do, what are the precautions, what is the groundwork that every researcher has to do in the process of selection of research topic. Very honestly, I would like to tell you, selection of research topic plays very important role in the completion of research. Most of the students, they will come and they will tell, for postgraduate research is also very important, because that is a platform where you are get acquainted with all the research skills. Once you get acquainted with the research skills and research techniques, definitely you are going to apply these skills and techniques in your career. And most of the NGOs, they have started their research wing. 20 years back, very few NGOs are having this research wing. But in the present era, most of the NGOs are having their research wing, because unless you conduct a research, you have a need assessment study, you have an evaluation study, you have an impact study, you cannot get a base for your contribution in society, your work. And yet the contribution of NGOs is always going to be validated, recognized on the basis of this research. So that is why one thing we have to keep in mind, which topic we have to select for the study. There are some factors we have to consider while selecting a research topic. I think two important factors are there. One is the generic topic and specific topic. For example, when you should show your interest. The interest of scholar, the interest of researcher plays very important role. In which area you have more interest, in which area you have your own concern, in which area you have a confidence that you are going to do well, to do the best. For example, some are having interest to work in the rural development. The present era is called as the age of specialization. If you want to go in the rural development, again, we have got subtopics. Whether you want to work in the natural resources, whether you want to go for the water management, whether you want to work in the environment, whether you want to work in the agricultural development, whether you want to work in the human factor, whether you want to work in the climate change, whether you want to work in the area of health, whether you want to work in the education. See, these are the areas. So where you have a more interest, that you have to consider while selecting the topic. Naturally, some people have a interest work in the area of education. So the first factor is the interest of the researcher. That you have to give ample scope for your own interest. Some are want to work in the education. Some are want to work in the higher education. Some are want to work in the primary education. Some are having interest in the health. So the interest of the researcher is also very important. Then second factor comes about the ability of manage the research. The ability of the scholar, the intellectual ability of the scholar, the ability of hard work is also very important while collecting, while conducting the research or while selecting the topic for the study. Sometime we have to keep in mind whether I am going to do research in this topic or not. For example, you are belongs to a social sciences, you are a student of social work, but if you want to conduct a research in the health area, so that time you have to be confident that whether it is possible for me to conduct a research in the health area. May I have that much knowledge about a particular health area, health issues? If you are going to select the area of 4 or 5 districts or entire state, physically or geographically, is it possible for you? Or sometime you have to keep in financial implications also. Whether you are going to be what you call financially, is it feasible for you? So far as the time management is concerned, that is it possible for you if you are employed, and how you are going to manage the time? See, that is called as a manageability. That also you keep in mind when you are going to select the research topic. Third point comes, that is relevance. Relevance is very important. Whenever you are going to select the topic for research, you have to check the relevance of that topic to your career, to your goal, and your research interest also. Because Bankar sir has told that I am working in Bharati Vidyapeeth from last 36 years. I have guided thousands of students. Sometime the guide has to give the ample scope for the students' interest also. Guide cannot impose the topics on the topic or the area on the scholar. So that is why 100 times the student, the scholar, has to check the relevance, whether this topic is going to be supportive to my career or not. How this research is going to be help me in future in building my career, in building my profession, in protecting my interest. That is called as a relevance. Sometime we ask the scholar you are working in this field and why you are selecting this topic, how you are going to be apply your knowledge. And sometimes the answers, whatever is given by the student, that is not appropriate. So for that reason, we have to check the relevance of the your topic or the PhD study. Then most important thing is that contribution of a particular research. After selecting the topic, after the what you call, you have to be very much visionary that how this research is going to be contribute in your field, in the social work, in social sciences, or in your career. That also you should keep in mind, because we have to assess a particular research is going to be create a new literature, a new skill, a new knowledge, a new data. This is called a contribution. Let me give example of Dr. Amartya Sen, who has a Nobel laureate in the welfare economics. In India, we all are strongly believe that poverty is going to be the economical phenomena. The poverty is always measured in the perspective of economical view, economical perspective. But Dr. Amartya Sen has told that poverty should not be measured only on the basis of economical perspective. The educational perspective is also very important. The health perspective is also very important for the poverty situation of the society. Then the entire situation or the scenario of poverty has changed, and that is his contribution in the field of what you call in the field of dealing with the social issues. There are many social workers, there are many activists. Let me give example of Dr. Anna Hazare. Anna Hazare is a renowned social worker, renowned activist. He always give a very simple examination that if you want to take something from the nature, first you have to give something to the nature. तुम्हाला निसर्गाकडनं जर काही घ्यायचं असेल, अगोदर तुम्हाला द्यावं लागेल. Very simple technology that is called as a watershed development program to increase the ground water level. Then only you will get the availability of water in the summer season. So there are many people whose ideas, whose contribution is a remarkable so far as the social development is concerned. So we have to think that how my research is going to be contribute for the social development. So you should think about and how it is going to be valuable in the society. Then adaptability. The topic must be what you call matched to the social issues, the social situations. We have to change the questions. We have to change some title. We have to change our view. This is called as adaptability, which is going to the match to the social situations. सामाजिक परिस्थितीशी ते जुळवता यायला पाहिजे. We have to match that. We have to adapt that. Otherwise, the topic or the area is not going to be play very important role in the completion of your research. That is called as adaptability. This we have to keep in mind. You all know very well, first time in 1995, one of the NGO have published a very what you call apathetic situation of malnutrition in the Melghat. Thousands of children are suffering from the malnutrition. And this figure comes in the newspaper. That time, Maharashtra is having Shiv Sena BJP led government. And suddenly, the team of doctors and very luxurious ambulance were sent to the Melghat. And then they come to know that a mother with his sick baby is going to the Bhagat, not to the doctors. And one more issue, we are having expert doctors, we are having pediatrician, we are having what you call very ambulance, we are having advanced equipments, everything is okay. But due to the lack of infrastructural problem, we are not able to reach the people. Then they have to change the methodology. Then government ask the Bhagat to sit with the doctors. तुम्ही डॉक्टरजवळ बसा आणि मातांना सांगा की तुम्ही बाळाला मला दाखवू नका, तुम्ही डॉक्टरना दाखवा. कारण हा जो ही जी समस्या आहे ते डॉक्टर सोडू शकतात, मी सोडू शकत नाही. दिस इज कॉल्ड टू चेंज द methodology. So while selecting the topic, you should also be very much flexible. Accordingly, if you feel, you can also change the dimension of your study, the direction of your study. That is called as a adaptability. Then next factor comes feasibility. 100 times we have to check whether my research study is feasible or not. If somebody has studied on that topic, somebody has studied on that district, don't take the same topic and don't go for the same area of research. If you want to study in the tribal area, let us consider the tribal issues, local issues. Don't go with the what you call urban issues in the tribal areas, because the feasibility is very much poor. Don't focus on the urban issues, urban problems in the tribal areas. Tribal issues are different. Tribal situation is different. Urban issues are different. So this is called a feasibility. Because the major part of our country, the major part of our society is still deprived from the basic amenities. Forget about the advanced amenities. Urban situations are different. We can't imagine the rural area, the urban area by sitting in Pune and Mumbai or Bangalore or Hyderabad. They are high-tech cities. They are having their own problems. Metropolitans are different. And the problems, the issues in the tribal area are different, rural issues are different. So your topic should be very much feasible to that area only. That is why while selecting the topic, you should assess the feasibility. मी संशोधनासाठी निवडलेला विषय हा योग्य आहे का नाही हे सुद्धा आपल्याला तपासला पाहिजे. Then very important topic, that is availability. Whatever topic you are going to be select, you 100 times you should be you should be ensure that the study material, the literature is available or not. After selecting the topic, after 1 or 2 years, if you are facing the problem of the scarcity of study material, the literature, then that is not materialized. आपल्याला 2 वर्षांनी कळालं की या विषयावरती फारसा अभ्यास झालेला नाही, कुठेही मटेरियल सापडत नाही, मग मी काय करू वगैरे. So that is a practical problem. So when you go for selecting a topic, it is very important before you just go for the assessment. What are the sources? Where I get the material? In which library I get the books? Who are the experts? Who are going to guide me apart from my guide? What are the institutes apart from my college, apart from my PhD center? This all survey you have to take. That is why this is called as the availability of literature so far as your topic is concerned. Then these are the 7 factors which plays very important role when you are going to select the topic. आपल्याला विषय निवडण्यापूर्वी या सगळ्या गोष्टी आपल्याला मनात ठेवल्या गेल्या पाहिजेत. And without considering all these factors, without working on all these factors, if you select the topic and then you are going to discuss on the problem, that is not a what you call wiseness or is a cunningness of the scholar. As a PhD scholar, you have to think all these factors before selecting the topic. In the beginning, I was telling you generic topic and specific topic. What is generic topic? Women empowerment. You want to work on the women empowerment. This is a broad area. But in that broad area, you are also having sub areas. There are 4 domains of women empowerment. As I have told you, rural development. There are many domains in the rural development. Likewise, in the women empowerment also, there are many domains. That is economical development, educational development, health development, and employment of the women. So where you want to work? Oh, okay, women empowerment is a broad area. If somebody want to say, what is your title of your study? A study on women empowerment in India. This is not a topic, this is not a title. You have to focus on any one domain or subtopic under the generic topic. As I have told you, women empowerment is a broad area. If you want to work on the economic development of the women, then you have to go for income generation, self-help groups, agricultural sector, women entrepreneurship. These topic comes in the economical development. If you want to work on the employment of the women, education of the women, so accordingly you have to consider the subtopics in the broad areas. Many times what is going to happen? Earlier I have told you, you must be very specific while selecting the topic, while selecting the geographical universe for your study. Because setting the boundaries while selecting the topic is very important. Okay, whatever topics you are selecting, that is the issue of the whole universe. I agree with you, but you are not able to study the whole universe. You are the whole world. You have some physical limitations, you have some academic limitations, you have some financial limitations. So that is why you should be very clear that your title is going to be restricted to a particular village, to a particular tahsil, to a particular district, to a particular state, or to a particular nation. Most of the students will come to me, sir, I have a concern with the rural problems. I want to work something for the. I want to study the problems of the rural people. But we ask them, in which area you want to work, on which problem you want to work. We have a number of issues in the rural area, in the urban area, in the tribal area. The researcher has to develop the clarity while selecting the topic. More the clarity is more the effectiveness. जेवढी स्पष्टता असेल तेवढं तुम्हाला संशोधन करण्यासाठी तुम्हाला प्रोत्साहन मिळेल आणि तुमचा पूर्ण रोड मॅप हा क्लिअर असेल. Otherwise, if you are having very less clarity while selecting the topic, definitely you will face some problems. Whenever I go for PhD Viva in different universities, in the Viva, we come to know that the student has made the major mistakes in the methodology, in the sampling size, in the title of the study. So there is no use by giving suggestions in the final Viva. So nowadays we are having a lot of changes in the system. We are having research centers, we are having coursework. There are many platforms where we get more, I can say, opportunities to modify and reschedule, refine our ideas. So it is better that we should be very specific, not the generic. But for that reason, what we are supposed to do? I want to advise you that we should be very much, I can say, particular while starting the research. There are some tips for the selection of the research topic. Before, whenever you go start the process to select the topic, so what we are supposed to do? The first exercise, that is brainstorming. You have to think 100 times on the title, 100 times on the area, 100 times of the what you call your interest, and that is called as a brainstorming. Even a single word is going to change the entire meaning of the what you call the research. एक शब्द, एक वाक्य फार लांबची गोष्ट झाली. मूल्यमापन, प्रभाव, सहभाग. See, these are the only one word: evaluation, participation, impact. See, these one word is going to change the entire dimension of the research. ही संपूर्ण संशोधनाची दिशा ह्या एका शब्दामध्ये बदलू शकतो किंवा बदललेलं आपल्याला पाहायला मिळतं. त्यासाठी आपण ब्रेन स्टॉर्मिंग म्हणजे त्याच्यावरती चर्चा करायला पाहिजे, विचार करायला पाहिजे. And one more thing I want to tell you very honestly, as a guide and as a what you call near about four decades, म्हणजे 4 दशक मी आता ह्या एज्युकेशन फील्डमध्ये आहे. 1984 मी ह्या टीचिंगमध्ये आलो आणि आता 2024 आहे, म्हणजे 40 वर्ष मी ह्या क्षेत्रामध्ये काम करतो. मला असं नेहमी प्रामाणिकपणे असं वाटतं की this is the responsibility of the scholar. This is the responsibility of the student. Because after all, you have to accept the guardianship of your research. तुमच्या संशोधनाचं पालकत्व तुम्हालाच स्वीकारायला पाहिजे. You have to coin your research. Let me tell some success stories, how the research is going to be play very important role for in your career. There are many students who got job on the basis of their research. There are many students whose research is going to be accepted by the NGOs for getting funds. काही लोकांनी केलेलं संशोधन त्या एनजीओनी फंडिंग एजन्सीला सबमिट केलं आणि त्याला फंड्स मिळाले MSWच्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी. And there are some PhD scholars, after completion of their PhDs, they have got a, what you call, the scholarship for the postdoctoral research. Because you have to select the topic very cunningly. Use your foresight. तुमची दूरदृष्टी वापरा. या विषयाचं 25 वर्षानंतर 10 वर्षानंतर काय चित्र असेल, या विषयामध्ये काय बदल होऊ शकतो, या विषयाची परिस्थिती कशी होऊ शकते, या सगळ्यांचा विचार आपल्याला करायला पाहिजे. As a social worker, we always feel that many times social workers have fed up. Why they are fed up? Because social problems are endless. काही प्रश्न अजूनही सुटलेले नाहीत. का सुटलेले नाहीत हे प्रश्न, काय कारण आहे, कशामुळे सुटलेले नाहीत, असा प्रश्न आपण जेव्हा विचारतो मग तेव्हा आपल्या लक्षात येतं की आपण असं करायला पाहिजे होतं, असं करायला पाहिजे होतं, हे केलं नाही, ते केलं नाही. मग आता पूर्ण कार्यपद्धती बदललेली आहे. If you go in the government machinery, if you go in the social development, the entire working system has changed. Social work profession or social work practitioner, social scientist were trained in the institute. या संशोधनाचा आणि तुमच्या करिअरचा फार जवळचा संबंध आहे. How you are guided, because you are going to spend minimum 5 years for doing your PhD. Some students are going to get the scholarship, some students are going to get some financial support, but whenever you are going to spend some important 5 years of your life, definitely that research must be social importance. That research is going to be guide for the society, guide for the NGOs, guide for the policymakers, definitely. As I have told you, the welfare economics of Dr. Amartya Sen has guided the whole universe. As complete जगाला त्याचा फायदा होऊ शकतो. All the developing countries, all undeveloped countries, or what you call developing countries, are going to be accept that model. And we have started to work on the we have changed all the contents of poverty alleviation programs. दारिद्र्य निर्मूलनाचे जेवढे कार्यक्रम होते त्याचे सगळे कंटेंट्स आपण बदलले. And we have shifted from economical perspective to the other perspectives. We are giving equally importance to the education. We are giving equally importance to the health, because they are also the major contributors in the poverty eradication. This is called as a brainstorming. Second point comes about reading. Most of the scholars lacks reading. I will give some examples. If you go in Tata Institute, other institutes, even in Nimans, why always we take example of Tata Institute? Because they have some sustainable practices in the research. If any scholar goes, just show the willingness that he want to do PhD, they will first ask him for the reading. To me, you just go for the library, you just go read and read for 6 months, or they have a PhD hostel and everything. And after the very hectic, I can say, reading and this intellectual assignments, the reading and intellectual assignments is going to be strengthened and create more clarity in your रिसर्च ॲबिलिटी, तुमची जी संशोधनाची तुमची जी क्षमता आहे ती क्षमता बांधणी अभ्यास केल्यानंतर होऊ शकतो. While selecting the research topic, it is essential you go for a reference reading, variety of study material concern for your research topic. All the reading material, all the literature which is concern, which have relevance to your research topic, should read that. One more advice I want to make you: you don't restrict to read only books. You also read some research papers. You also read some minor research projects which are having relevance to your research topic. आपल्या विषयाशी संबंधित कोणी काय अभ्यास केलेला आहे का, एका मॅनर रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट केलेला आहे का, कुठल्या एनजीओनी स्टडी केलेला आहे का, सरकारचा कुठला कार्यक्रम तिथं राबवलेला आहे का, या सगळ्यांचा अभ्यास आपण केला पाहिजे. दिस इज ऑल्सो व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट टिप. फर्स्ट इज ब्रेन स्टॉर्मिंग. सेकंड टिप इज while selecting your topic, you should read the material here. And third point is to narrow. Narrow means to create some boundaries for your research studies, research areas. Most of the students should not select the topic professionally. They are very over ambitious. They are not realistic. They come to me and to the guide and they will tell, I want to study the problem of so and so in the entire state. How you are going to be study the entire state? It will take near about 10 years or maybe 15 years. You have some physical limitations. It is not a very easy to get the data and to meet the people and to take the permission. It is very difficult. So that is why you plan about the research, make it very brief, manageable, entirely control on your intellectual vision. जे काय तुमची बौद्धिक दूरदृष्टी आहे त्याच्या कंट्रोलमध्ये ते बसलं पाहिजे. You can select one district, you can select 4 or 5 tahsils. This is called narrowing. Narrowing, it should not mean that it should be very specific. That is called narrowing. And you should have an answer. You should have a justification why you have made specific. I will give my example. When I started my PhD research, I met my guide who was the Vice Chancellor and Dean of the Pune University. He told me, you just go to Tata Institute and read some thesis. And I went to Tata Institute, and earlier I have some idea that PhD means it is a 500 pages thesis, 600 pages thesis. Because when I went to the library in my department in Pune University, Department of Sociology, I have seen some thesis. It is very big in size. And I think that I am also required to go for the increasing the pages. But when I read the thesis in Tata Institute that time, it is 25 years back, I think it is less than 100 pages thesis on adoption. It is the PhD is awarded. It is a qualitative study that time. There is no need to increase the pages. There is a need to give the scientific analysis, give the scientific result, to follow the technical aspect of research, to apply all the techniques of the research. This is very important. See, for that reason, we should be very, specific. Then next point comes, while selecting the topic, you should be very flexible. Flexible means your topic, your ideas should match with the situation. Your ideology should match or acceptable to the society. Sometimes the students will come with such a topic which is not practical. I have seen there are many students waiting for the permission from some agencies. The topics related to the police department, the topics related to the mental health issues, the topics related to the unmarried, unwedded mother, the topics related to the rape victims, the topics related to the criminals, the topics related to the corruption charges. See, where the authorities cannot give the permission until unless they have a trust on the student's ability, or even there are some confidential issues. They cannot give you some files, they cannot give you some records to your home. Or sometimes there is a refining process. आम्ही तुम्हाला एवढंच देऊ, एकच पान देऊ, दोनच पान देऊ, ही माहिती देऊ शकत नाही, ती माहिती देऊ शकत नाही. असं का होतं? कारण आपण जर फ्लेक्सिबल नसलो, सी आफ्टर ऑल you have to focus on the utility of the research, the benefit of your research to the society. तुमच्या संशोधनाचा समाजाला होणारा उपयोग काय आहे याच्यावरती तुम्ही जास्त भर द्या. तुम्ही जर त्याला जर भर दिला नाही, तुमच्या जे तुम्हाला वाटतं तुम्ही ते करत गेलात तर त्याला संशोधनाला फार महत्व राहणार नाही. सो दॅट रिझन यू शुड बी व्हेरी फ्लेक्सिबल. You should give justice to the research problem, not justice to yourself. स्वतःचा विचार करू नका. संशोधनाला, संशोधन कार्याला न्याय द्या. So that is be flexible. Then next point, tips comes to discussion or talk to others. Talk to others means we have to discuss with the people, to the experts, to the academicians, to the field practitioners who are working in the same field. त्या विषयामध्ये काम करणारे जे अनेक लोक आहेत, आपण त्यांच्याशी सुद्धा चर्चा करायला पाहिजे. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, यू वॉन्ट टू वर्क ऑन द प्रोजेक्ट अफेक्टेड, प्रकल्पग्रस्तावरती तुम्हाला काम करायचं आहे. डेफिनेटली वी हॅव टू मीट मेधा पाटकर मॅडम अँड देअर टीम मेंबर्स, बिकॉज दे आर द अथॉरिटी इन द फील्ड ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट अफेक्टेड, in the field of rehabilitation. Definitely their experience is valid, their experience is rich, and their experience is going to give you a proper direction to your research. तुमच्या संशोधनाला नक्कीच दिशा मिळू शकतो. Sometime practitioner will tell you that your title, your topic is not appropriate. Then that will be what you call, it will create a problems in your research. So it is better you have to consult many people. Even the people who are working in the NGOs, they are our best guide. They will tell you this is what should be covered, what should not be covered. Then there are other PhD guides also. It should not mean that only your guide can give you. Even the other people working in other colleges, other university, they are called as experts. They are also going to give you some what you call ideological exchange. They are also going to give you some proper directions. This is called as a discussion. And one more suggestion to the scholars to whom you have to discuss, that is very important. That is called as a knowledgeable people who are concerned with your area, your topics. That you have to select. की या क्षेत्रामध्ये काम करणारे कोण आहेत. आपल्याकडे असंघटित कामगार म्हटलं की आपल्याकडे बाबा आढावांचं नाव येतो. आता मी तुम्हाला मेहता पाटकरांचं नाव सांगितलं. समाजसेवेमध्ये आपल्याला खूप लोक आहेत की प्रत्येक क्षेत्रामध्ये काम केलेले लोक आहेत. त्यामुळे त्यातनं ज्ञान त्याला आहे, तिकडं आपण वळायला पाहिजे. अँड देन नेक्स्ट टिप्स कम्स अबाउट resources. This is also very important tips. While selecting the topic, we have to use resources like library resources आपल्याला वापरता यायला पाहिजे. एनसायक्लोपीडिया आपल्याला वापरता यायला पाहिजे. Whatever data is available on a particular topic, that we have to discuss. There are some reports that I have in the beginning only I have told you, because whenever you are going to select the topic, that study, that research must be new in the field of social sciences. तुम्ही निवडलेला विषय, तुमचा संशोधन हा सामाजिक क्षेत्रामध्ये किंवा समाजकार्य क्षेत्रामध्ये तो नवीन असायला पाहिजे. Some people says no, he have done in the another district, I am going to do in this district. No doubt डिस्ट्रिक्ट तुम्ही जरूर चेंज करा, पण दोन्ही डिस्ट्रिक्ट जवळजवळ असतील, त्यामध्ये काही जर फारसा फरक नसेल, संशोधन सुद्धा त्यामध्ये काही फारसा फरक नसणार आहे. सो इट इज बेटर दॅट हाऊ यू आर गोइंग टू बी इंट्रोड्यूस द इनोव्हेशन इन युअर रिसर्च इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. तुमच्या संशोधनामध्ये काय नाविन्यपणा आहे हे तुम्ही शोधलं पाहिजे. हे तुम्हाला केव्हा कळतं? सो when you refer the literature, when you refer the books, when you refer the projects, when you refer the minor studies, when you refer the research articles, then definitely that will help you to selecting the new direction for your research. You yourself are going to change your title. मी अगोदर असा विषय निवडणार होतो, मी आता असा निवडणार का? ह्या अभ्यासामध्ये मला असं दिसलेलं आहे, या जिल्ह्यामध्येचा रिपोर्ट असा आहे, ह्या जिल्ह्यामध्ये रिपोर्ट असा आहे. आपण काहीतरी रिसर्चर शुड बी अवे फ्रॉम द बयास. तुमच्या मनामध्ये कुठलेही पूर्वग्रह असता कामा नये. वी शुड बी व्हेरी मच लॉजिकल. we should not be guided by our own what you call ignorance. स्वतःच्या अज्ञानाकडून आपण कधी आपल्याला गायडन्स आपण घेता कामा नये. अँड फायनली इट इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट, we should consider our own limitations. What I can do, what I cannot do. मी काय करू शकतो आणि मी काय करू शकत नाही. What about my capacity? What about my intellectual ability? What about my financial support? What is the available time? All these things we should be keep in mind while selecting the research topic. संशोधनाचा विषय निवडताना या सगळ्या गोष्टी आपल्याला याची दखल आपल्याला घ्यायला पाहिजे. वी शुड बी अवेअर अबाउट ऑल दिस थिंग्स बिकॉज limitations are there. I will give you an example. One of our student have conducted research in the prison department. Prison department, you know that first you have to take permission in the police department. They will give permission for conducting study. But after the permission, when you prepare the entire, the thesis or the report, without their permission, you cannot submit to any authority. Again, you should get the final permission to them. He have done the report and without and he himself declared that whatever I have done, that is correct. No, I want to go for the submission. In the first or second page of the research, we should get the permission letter from the organization. That letter was not there. Then he went to the authority. They told him, you submit to, how you finalize all these reports without our permission, without our authority? No, you keep with us. We will check all the reports, all the ideas, all the figures, whatever you had given, and finally we will tell you whether this is appropriate or not. Then we will give you NOC. आम्ही तुम्हाला नंतर NOC देऊ की हा प्रोजेक्ट तुम्ही आमच्याकडे केलेला आहे आणि ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी आपल्याला, दिस इज लिमिटेशन. काही काही संशोधनामध्ये आपल्याला खूप मर्यादा येतात, विशेषतः whenever you want to work on the government, if you want to take the government subject or any project which is functioning in the government department, it is very much time consuming. This is limitation. That entire, what you call, the administrative journey, ज्याला आपण प्रशासकीय प्रवास म्हणतो, तो खूप मोठा असतो. इकडून ह्याला अधिकाऱ्याला भेट, त्या अधिकाऱ्याला भेट, हे मर्यादा आहे. हे मर्यादा तुमच्या मध्ये असायला पाहिजे. One more thing, important thing is that if your English is not good, you are not well versed in the English and most of the literature is available in the English, मग तुम्ही त्याच्यावरती कसं मात करणार आहे? किंवा most of the literature is available in the Marathi, you are not well versed in Marathi. तुम्हाला मराठी बोलता जास्त कळत नाही, बोलता येत नाही, पण सगळं मटेरियल इंग्लिशमध्ये मराठीमध्ये आहे. किंवा तुम्हाला इंग्लिश बोलता येतं पण मटेरियल इंग्लिशमध्ये नाही, सगळं मराठीमध्ये अवेलेबल आहे. ह्या सगळ्या मर्यादा आहेत. आणि मग तुम्ही कसं मात करणार आहे? तुमची मर्यादा काय आहे? व्हॉट इज अल्टरनेटिव्ह? आपण त्याला बी प्लॅन म्हणतो. तुमच्याकडे काय बी प्लॅन आहे? याचा सुद्धा तुमच्याकडे ह्याच्याकडे होणार नाही. कारण बिकॉज व्हॉट विल हॅपन इन द रिसर्च प्रोसेस, we are going to become fed up and you become pressurized by the situations and surroundings. काही वेळेला असा होतो, गाईडकडनं कोऑपरेशन मिळत नाही, त्या अधिकाऱ्याकडनं कोऑपरेशन मिळत नाही, तुम्हाला रिस्पॉन्डंट्स भेटत नाहीत. रिस्पॉन्डंट्स भेटले तर ते मुक्तपणाने तुम्हाला उत्तरं देत नाहीत, त्यामध्ये काही कडचाट होतो. ह्या सगळ्या मर्यादा आहेत. आता तुम्हाला जर आता मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं की ड्रग ॲडिक्ट्स, अनवेडेड मदर, तुम्हाला अनवेडेड मदरच्या वरती PhD करायचं आहे, नाही मला 200-300 सॅम्पल पाहिजे. 200-300 सॅम्पलची काय गरजच नाही. 50 केसेस जरी तुम्हाला मिळाले, तुम्ही केस स्टडी मेथडने तुम्ही करू शकता. Because there are some sensitive areas of research. If you want to work on commercial sex workers, you are also having the same problem. If you want to work on the terrorist, एक तर परमिशन मिळत नाही. परमिशन मिळाला तर तुम्हाला you have to what you call stages are there, lot of steps are there. अशा ह्या सगळ्या प्रसंगी आपल्याला ह्याला तोंड द्यावा लागतो. त्यासाठी what are the institute's limitations, what are your own limitations, what are your family limitations, what are the academic limitations, what are the financial limitations, या सगळ्या मर्यादांचा विचार आपल्याला टॉपिक निवडताना करणं आवश्यक आहे. I think these are the tips which are very important for all the scholars that we have to keep in mind while selecting the topic for the research. And many times good beginning is the work half done. जर चांगली सुरुवात झाली, आपल्याला यश प्राप्ती लवकर होतो, कुठल्याही संशोधनामध्ये अडथळा येत नाही. So it is very important. You should go for the good beginning. And when you will go for the good beginning, if you go for the very hard groundwork, हे जे सगळं ग्राउंडवर्क आहे, हे ग्राउंडवर्क तुम्ही चांगलं केला तर आपलं मिळू शकतो. See, that is why before selecting the topic, you should be expert. You should be a good analyzer. You should analyze. You should give a justification why you have selected this topic and what is the unique future of your topic. तुम्ही हा विषय का निवडला, यामध्ये काय आहे, त्याने केलेलं काय आहे, ह्याने केलेलं काय आहे, ह्याच्या अगोदर संशोधन केलेलं काय होतं, या सगळ्या गोष्टी आपल्याला मांडता यायला पाहिजे. MSW students are also should take all these precautions. MSW students should not give much time for the project work. अँड वी ऑलवेज गो फॉर द कंपॅरिझन. आपण असं कंपॅरिझन करतो की द स्टुडंट्स ऑफ MBA, द स्टुडंट्स ऑफ, आता खूप कोर्सेस सुरू झालेले आहेत. अँड वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टंट प्रॉब्लेम आय वॉन्ट टू ॲड, ते थोडंसं मी अगोदर सांगायला पाहिजे, आता ते विसरलो, की इथिकल कमिटी जी आहे, शी इन ऑल हेल्थ सायन्सेस देर इज ए इथिकल कमिटी. All the project proposals, research proposals must be approved by the ethical committee. Ethical violation is also very important because from last 25 years, I am working as a member of ethical committee for nursing and other health sciences. Unfortunately, in social sciences, that the college level committee should check that how the research is going to be not violating the ethical considerations. नैतिक दृष्ट्या किंवा हे जे काय सामाजिक संशोधन हे नैतिक दृष्ट्या कशा पद्धतीने हे योग्य आहे आणि आपण कसं ते सगळं नियम पाळणार आहे, या गोष्टी सुद्धा त्यामध्ये येणं आवश्यक आहे. इथिकल कन्सिडरेशन शुड बी देअर. Nowadays, respondents are called as a research partners. Who are your research partners? तुमच्या संशोधनामध्ये तुम्ही कोणाबरोबर काम करणार आहे, कोण तुमचे पार्टनर असणार आहेत, या गोष्टी सुद्धा तुमच्या ह्या टॉपिक निवडताना तुमच्याकडे एक अंदाज, एक काही बदल होऊ द्या, ते ठीक आहे, पण यू शुड हॅव सम फोरकास्टिंग, यू शुड हॅव सम व्हिजन, यू शुड हॅव सम प्लॅन, की आय एम गोइंग टू कंडक्ट दिस रिसर्च, आय एम गोइंग टू दिस डिस्ट्रिक्ट, दीज आर माय रिस्पॉन्डंट्स, मी यांचा अभ्यास करणार आहे, हे माझे लाभार्थी असणार आहेत. हे सगळं नियोजन हे तुमच्यामध्ये पाहिजे. आपण नंतर बघू, हे वाक्य फार घातक आहे. लेट अस सी, नो, वी हॅव टू सी नो ओनली, वी हॅव टू थिंक अबाउट दॅट ओनली. संशोधनामध्ये प्रॉब्लेम येणारे त्या काय उपयोग आहे? तुम्ही जर संशोधन सुरू केल्यानंतर तुम्हाला काही प्रॉब्लेम येत असतील, आपण थांबूया, विषय बदलूया, नॉट लाईक दॅट. हे काय, दिस इज नॉट ए चिल्ड्रन्स गेम. After 1 or 2 years, if you are going to change the topic, there is a very hectic administrative machinery at university level. I have worked as a dean of the university. I know that changing the topic of the scholar is a very, what you call, त्याला खूप वेळ लागतो, परमिशन मिळत नाही, 50 जस्टिफिकेशन गाईडला द्यावा लागतो, तुमच्या रिसर्च कोऑर्डिनेटरला द्यावा लागतो, त्या विद्यार्थ्याला द्यावा लागतो. हे का होतं की आपण टॉपिक निवडताना ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टीचा विचार करत नाही. मग अशा प्रकारे होतो. Suppose if you want to study on the government machinery, why don't you, before selecting the topic, why don't you discuss with a government head, a government officer? There are many government officers, they are very good. They are the best guide. असे काही सध्याच्या काळामध्ये खूप चांगले लोक आता आपल्याला गाईड करणारे आहेत, आपल्याला सपोर्ट करणारे आहेत, काय आपल्याला मटेरियल देणारे आहेत. इवन आय हॅव डन my research in the government topic also. If we communicate, government administrative machinery aste, but still the people are very much cooperative. But the thing is that we have to be, the researcher's role is very important. या सगळ्या प्रक्रियेमध्ये रिसर्चरचा जो रोल आहे तो फार महत्वाचा. आता व्हॉट आर द स्टेप्स ऑफ द रिसर्च प्रोसेस? ह्या टॉपिक निवडायचे काही टप्पे आहेत, फार साधे टप्पे आहेत. आता ऑलरेडी आय हॅव डिस्कस विथ यू, आय हॅव टोल्ड यू, बट स्टील आय हॅव टू रीड. द फर्स्ट थिंग इज दॅट आयडेंटिफाय अँड डेव्हलप युअर टॉपिक्स. टेंटेटिव्हली यू फर्स्ट थिंक ऑन द टॉपिक. पहिल्यांदा एखादा विषय निवडा, त्याच्यावर तुम्ही काम करायला लागा. देन you should collect with the background information. या टॉपिकची काय बॅकग्राऊंड इन्फॉर्मेशन आहे ते अगोदर तुम्ही गोळा करा. देन you just go to the library, you check internet, you search on the Google, collect the material available and books available. Then you also collect the data available regarding your topic. कुठे काय डेटा अवेलेबल आहे, काही जर्नल शोधा, आर्टिकल शोधा. Then as I have told you, you go for the internet searching. Then evaluate व्हॉट यू हॅव फाइंड, तुम्ही ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी ज्या शोधलेल्या आहेत ते सगळं योग्य आहेत का, हे सगळं शोधा आणि मग तुम्ही फायनली एक टायटल तयार करा. Because selection of research topic is very important. In the title, every word is very important. Every word should be communicative. काय तुम्हाला करायचं आहे, यू वॉन्ट टू गो फॉर द इव्हॅल्युएशन, यू वॉन्ट टू गो फॉर द इम्पॅक्ट, यू वॉन्ट टू गो फॉर द स्टडी, यू वॉन्ट टू गो फॉर द कम्पॅरिझन, काय नेमकं तुम्हाला करायचं आहे हे टायटलमध्ये आपल्याला क्लिअर करायला पाहिजे. यू शो इट. द टाइप्स ऑफ स्टडी is also very important. What lies in the researcher's mind is also is going to be play very important role while selecting the topic. संशोधकांच्या मनामध्ये काय आहे हे टॉपिक निवडताना त्याचा इम्पॅक्ट होऊ शकतो. तुम्हाला काय करायचं आहे, असं नाही की नाही नंतर बघता येईल अभ्यास सुरू करू. नॉट लाईक दॅट. बिफोर स्टार्टिंग युअर स्टडी, वेन यू आर बिफोर selecting your topic, you should have something in your mind. You have, that is called a pre-planning. So that is why I have, these are the tips that you should do the groundwork, and this groundwork is very important. Groundwork, referral reading, referral study is going to be affect on your capacity building. तुमची जी संशोधन क्षमता आहे ती क्षमता बांधणी तयार होते. Capacity building is only possible when you go for all these things, brainstorming. Why don't you discuss with many scholars? Why don't you discuss with the government officers? For example, if you want to work on the rural development, as I have told you, you should discuss with the BDO, you should discuss with the village development officer, you should discuss with the Gram Panchayat officials, you should discuss with the Sarpanch also, you should discuss with the people working in the environment sector, because nowadays lot of activities are going on. As I have told you, one more area that is very important, that is corporate social responsibility, where research have ample scope. If you want to implement any CSR activity, if you should go for the need assessment study, because corporates, they don't have problem of funds, but they have, what do you call, they are very much professional, they want results. Fortunately, I was also associated with one of the corporate, very renowned corporate, that is a Tata Group. See, they don't need the study report of 500 pages or 200 pages. They need only 4 or 5 pages. They have more concern with the results, and that is why all the scholars should be logical. They should be more, I can say, hard worker. They should have, they are what you call scholars, visionary people, and definitely your vision is going to be help you to conduct quality oriented research. And many research in the libraries are going to be treated as ideal research, because they are going to be give guideline. And there are many research who are very vague. Some university, I was assessing one thesis, I don't tell you the name of the university, it was 550 pages thesis conducted on the farmer suicide, but it lacks clarity. Nobody is going to understand what are the exact reasons, exact situations of farmer suicide. Such a vague research is not going to be give some results. Getting a degree, if see, we have to be, whether we are working for knowledge or we are working for degree, is we should have clarity about that. आपल्याला स्पष्टता पाहिजे की आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे. डिग्री मिळून जाईल, पण डिग्री मिळाल्यानंतर आपली जबाबदारी वाढते. Everywhere whenever you go there, that you are going to give justification of that degree. You have to explain what is the validity of your research. So in that perspective, before selecting a topic, you should go all this exercise. And according to me, your referral reading, your development of vision, the discussion with your colleagues, all these things are going to be create a clarity amongst you, and that will help you to selecting appropriate title, appropriate topic of the research, and that will help you in the future. I think I have to give some 10 minutes or 5 minutes for you if you have got any questions. Bankar sir, कोणाला काही प्रश्न आहेत का? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is anybody have any questions? Me सगळं according to me, whatever things I have required to tell you, I have told you. If anybody have got any doubts, any questions, most welcome.
Dear participants, you can unmute yourself regarding the topic. If you have any question, please ask. Definitely, sir will answer you.
Yeah. It's a discussion. आपण चर्चेमध्ये घेऊया.
Just suppose that this is an interactive session.
Yeah. हाँ बोला.
Sir, I think nobody has any question.
I think they have selected their topic. त्यांच्या मनाने त्यांनी विषय निवडलेला आहे. त्यामुळे आता काय त्यांना कोणाला काय आता त्या बदलायचं नाहीये. Yeah.
So, shall we conclude the meeting?